Lee Jones here, and I'm with Chronicle after a win against PRX at VALORANT Champions. And I guess let's just start with that first map, which was a bit of a mental one. So 2-10 down in the first half, and then 11-1 in the second half. Just what was your take on that? Why such a big difference?
I mean, first of all, it's Haven attack. Like, you can't really deny that it's a pretty much strong side of this map. And for defense, it's very tough to play, especially for a team such as DRX, which I think their defense is most known, or maybe it's pretty much notable that like it's not as strong as their attack side, for example, on many maps. So for us, we just have to believe that we can do that, and obviously just focus on our game plan against them. So yeah, I think all these things helped us to do this stuff well. Also, obviously, I can note individual performance of our players, not me, but Alpha was popping up there.
Absolutely. And when it's a score that's like that extreme as well, like I can understand, most of the time you still want to think you can come back. When it's something like 10-2, I think probably anyone that wasn't on Fnatic kind of thinks, maybe on their attack, Fnatic will do well, but since it's only 3 rounds, it's probably, it's not likely to happen. What's your kind of mentality? Is there a point during the comeback where you think like, oh, actually, I think we're going to do it now, or is it just from even when it's 10-2, you just still feel like it's absolutely possible to turn it around?
No, I wasn't thinking exactly about that. I was just focusing exactly on the rounds and what we need to do, not like the fact that we can do this or we can't do this. Obviously, when the score was already equal, we probably understood like, yeah, I think it's definitely possible. But I mean, it doesn't really matter in the moment. You just play the game and that's it.
On the Ascent then, so that one obviously didn't go in your favour in the end. What do you think was the problem there?
I mean, obviously, we were losing every single exec because after the eco round from them, they just didn't go B at least once and they only went A. I think we just were kind of stubborn on the approach to that because for some reason, every time we tried to fight for A side, even though like we could actually retake maybe. Like I was thinking we didn't even try to retake that side at least once, uh, properly, at least as a full team, or maybe like -1. And like I think again, such a team that like absolutely smashes on their execs because they use a lot of utility and they just like do kind of a all or nothing on these execs. I think that was some sort of a big mistake not to try. So yeah.
Fair enough. And then I guess maybe just to round out the maps as well, the Lotus. Obviously, that one was much more one-sided, much more comfortable. Maybe just why do you think it was more one-sided than the other maps and was a lot more dominant?
I think we were preparing for this map a lot. We tried to make it as comfortable as possible because I think previous time we played it, we lost it or not. I don't even remember. But I think yeah, last time we played against GX and we lost it in stage 2. Basically, we weren't super sure. We weren't super confident against anyone maybe playing on this map. So we tried to apply some sort of hot fixes on it. And they worked out. And also our game plan against TRX exactly was quite comfortable because again, for us, what it will mean, like just try to play retakes again. And yeah, I mean, they were working perfectly, I think, especially on C. They tried to exec there twice with full utility and they still couldn't really do that much. Like they won only once, like in a clutch scenario, like where also like they were kind of slightly lucky there because like just 1 millisecond away and they wouldn't even plant the spike there. So I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, I think we just had a very great game plan and also great fixes after our loss against GX.
Fair enough. And what do you think about PRX up next then? Because it's almost like a bit of a rivalry now. There's the Toronto final, but then also Mini's not even just working for them. Mini's literally here in Paris as well. What are your thoughts on the whole matchup?
They need to beat one traitor in the team in 2 days. I'm counting that down. We will try to prepare as much as possible and just hope that will be a win for us.
What's your message for Mini ahead of the game?
Traitor.
Fair enough. Just what do you make of your level right now? Like, I guess most people would have seen PRX and G2 as being the two favorites, and they had like that this epic clash today as well. Just where do you see Fnatic kind of in that order? Do you feel strong that you guys are going for the title?
Obviously, yes. Without believe that you can do it, it might be tougher for a team exactly. Not, I don't think it actually goes about straight up individuals in the teams, but just as a team in general. But yeah, I mean, people believe this is the one that we can do it, and also we kind of broke a Fnatic curse, like with winning our first match in playoffs, which was impossible for almost every single year for Fnatic. Every single year they were losing first match on upper bracket, and this time we don't. Also, like I mean, in terms of international performances, that was also like one of the first tournaments where oh, we actually won also our first match in the playoffs. It's super good to feel about this. Like I feel about this very confident, and I think for exactly this match against PRX and maybe in the future, great star always helps.
Absolutely. Um, I know, like before today, you had basically the full week since the MIBR win. Obviously getting through earlier than other teams. So, do you think that was helpful for today, especially, or when it's a tournament like this, do you feel like you maybe prefer to be playing more frequently? Just kind of how did you take that whole week?
I think when you already just try the stage and you already played few games, I think just preparation is better rather than maybe playing another game on the stage. But again, it might be also like just some sort of situation, or maybe I don't know like how to explain it. But obviously, I think in this particular example for us, preparation helped, and I believe it will help much better rather than just playing another game on stage. Yeah.
Fair enough. Maybe just one final question, and I know these discussions died down a little bit. It was more a couple of months ago, the whole Valorant GOAT debate. But just one thing that kept coming up with your name specifically was if Chronicle could win champs, then there'd be like no debate anymore. Chronicle is the Valorant GOAT. If you guys win champs this year, do you think that cements you as the greatest?
It doesn't cement me because it's way too early to say who is the go-to, who's and who's not. I believe, and honestly, it also doesn't matter because I think in every single game, in every single esports title, in every single sports title, there is no 100% gold really, except maybe for Faker in League of Legends. But I mean, that's like the only one example where I can confidently say, like, yeah, that's true. But even there, like, you have some people that pretend or they just believe that Faker, for example, is not a goat. And like almost in every single title, you have like few people fighting for this. So this gold debate will be forever alive. It doesn't really matter, like if I win or lose. I can still go strong, or like exactly winning doesn't give me this gold title. I just need to go further.
Well said. But that's what we've got time for, I think. Thanks very much, Chronicle. Congrats on the win, and good luck against PRX.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.